Welcome to the Chronicles of Yarnia, the podcast from Montclair's local yarn store. I'm Jen.
Amanda. Kathleen with caffeine. I think we need to do that over. I was reaching down.
I don't think we're not doing this over. Who's at the end? Who's at the end?
I'm Haley.
And I like the Kathleen with caffeine.
I know.
That's my favorite.
Kathleen in need of caffeine.
In need of caffeine. If you notice,
we're all caffeinated today.
Kathleen and I are like, we need coffee. Amanda's been up since
4 a.m.
Yes.
Yes.
And
So I got my Starbucks in Charlotte, North Carolina this morning.
Oh my god. I thought you were in Pennsylvania. I didn't
No, I was in North Carolina.
Wow.
So Amanda has flown in just for this.
Right.
We thought she was gonna join us during, but she was here before any
there
of
was
the rest
no
of
traffic
us.
on the Parkway this morning. It was great.
I love
That's
that.
great.
Yay.
I mean,
Sometimes
literally.
Just like, ding. Sometimes that early morning flight.
Yeah.
That's what does it.
Yeah.
At least it takes off, as opposed to lots of flights these days
my
that
gosh.
just don't take off.
Yeah,
For
a
sure.
little stressed about that coming
Yeah.
up. Anyway, we are a podcast all about knitting, crocheting, weaving, spinning, things you do with fiber, yarn stuff,
Embroidery,
cross stitch. Does
lots
it
of
involve
crochet
yarn
Yes.
or
threads.
embroidery floss or
Yarn.
string?
Yes.
Then yes. Yes,
That's
well,
true. Macrame string.
Macrame,
We can
totally
even say
string.
string.
We can totally say string. Record.
Those are pretty soft.
Oh, those are pretty soft.
Isn't that so nice? Yeah.
I just looked
So-
over what Haley's doing.
and when we're
Just
easily
knitting.
distracted and we ramble a lot. So
Exactly.
fair warning.
Buckle up.
FYI.
If you're-
Buckle up.
If you're a
Buckle up.
returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you're a new viewer, welcome. We know we have quite a few new viewers.
Yay! Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you so much. Between Knitty Natty and the things we've done with her, and Needles at the Ready now, who
Hello.
are going to be doing. Kevin's going to be doing an outstanding shawl. Yay! So glad you liked it.
Yay! Oh, that's
so fun.
awesome.
Yeah, and Ray liked a tape measure, and they're going to throw one tape measure in some of their giveaways.
Oh,
So-
that's so sweet. Thank you guys.
We love the shout out, especially Haley.
I was mentioning my name.
So, definitely one of our favorite podcasts. I'm sure you guys are all aware of it, but if you are not,
I'll link it below.
Check them out.
Needles at the Ready, it is like sitting and knitting with family or friends. It really is.
I love that.
Yeah, so.
That's my favorite kind.
Absolutely. So, one thing we always do
Move
is...
the boxes, 'cause they're gonna.
Oh, are they in the corner?
Oh, they
in the
are
corner.
in the corner.
All right. That's the embroidery we'll talk about later.
We'll talk about it. Don't worry.
We
We'll
will
It's
get
a
there.
sneak peek.
We will get there. But one thing we always do is Jen guesses what
crap.
episode number it is.
Um,
And I'm hiding it with my phone because it's on our little note sheet here.
I like how you think that I even think to look there. 85.
A little lower.
84.
Okay.
83. 82.
82.
Ah! Okay.
So, yes, this is episode 82.
Welcome to my world of, guess that number with Jen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, I should get my...
I'm a terrible, my kids used to play that. They're like, guess what number I'm thinking of? And I'm like, I don't know, 50.
I know. I hated those games, too.
I was
Why
like,
do all kids play
I
that?
got two guesses.
I would play I Spy with Harvey, for hours.
Oh,
I'll
God,
take
I
my other
Spy.
one, my
The one that
Kind of
is
frosted, which is
the
kind of
hardest,
crazy,
at least with my kids, is 20 questions because inevitably it's like the first question is it a superhero? Is it a comic book character?
Mhm.
And then for a long time they both, the little and the big, had a hard time distinguishing between
which categories does it fall into? The
Spider-Man
Venn
is
diagram
real.
of-
I'm like, Spider-Man is not real. And I asked if it was a comic book character, and you're like, I was talking about the Spider-Man from the movies. And I was like, whoa! I said Spidey.
There
or
is
they'll
a
say,
giant Venn diagram of those
They'll
things.
be like, yeah, it is a vegetable, and it's like a camel.
Marshmallows.
Yeah.
And you're like, not a
Marshmallows are
vegetable.
not a vegetable.
Yeah, before we started 20 questions, we had a very long discussion about categorizing.
It's very
And,
much with a grain of salt.
Is it a human? And I'm like, comic book characters who may be inhumans or mutants or aliens count as a humanoid. Therefore, yes, it counts as a person or an animal.
Yeah.
So don't sit there and tell me well, MODOK is technically blah 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 blah. And I'm like,
If it's bipedal.
killing me. Well, and this is the problem. MODOK isn't bipedal.
Oh
He's
my
a giant
gosh.
floating head.
Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
interesting.
So it's not even.
Or maybe he does have little feet. I don't know.
Interesting.
This is the thing. This is the
like
again,
Kirby.
Like Kirby.
But this
Bipedal.
Kirby is
Definitely
Kirby is
bipedal.
bipedal. But this
Is
is
it
the problem.
bipedal or
because
bipedal?
I don't
So
know.
are Goombas.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
that's
who
true.
that is. Is that Pokemon?
Mario.
That's Mario.
Oh,
But
Goombas.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's also it's not just like my children are doing this against me. Like Jonathan, my husband, would also be like, "I picked MODOK," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's so funny. It reminds me of one time. You know the way there are things in your family that like people never ever forget.
Mhm.
Well, like Zesty Pete.
Zesty Pete.
Like one Zesty Pete is my family. One of my aunts had a house in the Adirondack. Actually, had with her family had several houses in a row. So we had this whole. That happened the other day too when they were drilling. It's just there was dust in the air basically, and it sets up the smoke alarm.
Okay,
That's
Yeah.
annoying.
we're not on fire.
It's very
all
annoying.
right.
Might have
Um,
to
I'll edit that
yeah,
out.
block that out. So it
You're
doesn't
welcome. I
hurt
edited that out.
everyone's ears.
Sorry, it hurts. So we had several houses in a row. So many family members would be up in the Adirondacks at this lake at the same time. And one night we had a big long table set up in the middle of one of the houses, and we had salad dressing in a bottle. And one of my cousins thought the lid was on, and it wasn't. And went to shake the salad dressing, and it was Kraft Zesty Italian. It went all over the living room, like there was
Oh,
it was
no.
everywhere. And from then on, my dad lovingly calls my cousin who did that Zesty Pete.
Zesty Pete.
Poor
That's a
Zesty
pretty
Pete.
good nickname. I mean,
Yeah,
it could have
it
been
is,
like
it
way
is.
worse. It could have been like Vinegar Pete.
Dressing.
You know?
Oily
Vinaigrette.
Pete.
Oily Pete.
You know.
I mean, they're yeah. No, that's funny.
But
So anyway, I was gonna say we digress.
We do digress.
Which we do, which is our unofficial motto of the Yarnia podcast. But we have a bunch of stuff to
We
chat
digressed a
about.
lot last time.
Oh my god,
did
yeah,
we?
we certainly
but
did.
but also we
We're
got
like-
people say they like the digressions
We're
because
chitty chatty.
we are which
As long as you go in knowing.
Well,
I mean, you can always fast forward and skip
That's
it.
true.
when
you
I have
can
to
always
edit
go
as fast
forward.
as I can before going to Turkey, when it's
Same
an hour
day.
and 50-minute podcast, I'm like, no.
You're like, no,
I did
can't do
notice
it.
one thing was cut out, and it was something that I said that was negative, which is fine.
No,
I don't even remember what it was. I was
don't
editing
remember
as
what
fast
it
as I
was.
possibly
It
could.
was about someone not doing a good accent.
Oh,
that?
yes.
Yes,
I do
which
remember
is
that.
fine. Which is fine.
An audiobook
yeah.
person.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's all right. No, it's a mystery.
We also
No.
have
Never know.
opinions.
Yes.
We have opinions. I have many opinions about many things, including linen.
You get the
Feel free to
director's
ask
cut.
me.
When
Feel
you
free
see
to
the
ask in the
Oh, we
in the
should-
comments,
we
and I
should
will
do
give
that.
you my litany of sheets and towels recommendations.
My new opinion is I cannot do counted cross stitch while I do this because I really
Oh
have
God,
to
no,
get
counted
at it.
cross stitch? No.
But I'm really enjoying it. But I'm really
I
Oh, I
can't
love
do
counted
counted cross
cross-stitch.
stitch in the first place because I lose count, and also clearly numbers, not my jam. I don't
Numbers
remember
are
what
like
I
me,
like.
I say.
Cannot recall from one week to the next where I'm at. My mom used to always do counted cross stitch though. She was very good at it.
I love
very
it.
much
That's what I did
I've done
a lot
so many.
early in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I have almost finished counted cross-stitch projects
Mm-hmm.
all in my sewing basket.
What do you need to do to finish them? Just like block them.
One,
and
I need to
finish?
do like half the back stitch.
Oh,
Another one I have to do quite a bit of.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is Elizabeth's birth announcement.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow.
I
How
just-
old is Elizabeth now?
She's 22.
There you go.
But I've done everything. It's just that there were like supposed to be some little charms that you sew on in some
Aw.
parts, and I don't have the charms. So I just need to get the charms and sew on them.
Oh, well, that's yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. Catherine's birth announcement is the one that I need to do the back stitch on. Nobody else got anything.
Well, I was gonna say
You
after a
learn.
certain point in time, you're like, you know what? Nobody's
This is
gonna
not.
get
This
this.
is not winning.
I'm
That's like.
seriously considering and Catherine's, I never put her name in, so I think I'll just put her kid's name in.
There
Right,
you
you
go.
go.
Like I started this for you,
Preparing,
but this is
yeah.
for my grandbaby.
Right.
Not that
Not anytime soon. I have a
Right.
long time to do that back stitch.
she's got a couple of decades.
Couple
That's
of
cool.
decades.
I was gonna say you started young, but you know.
It's like.
I had
Haley.
2 kids by the time I was her age.
Mhm.
Did you really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
How
Oh
old's
my
Catherine?
gosh.
21.
Oh my god.
Or she's 20. I guess I had my second when I was 21.
Wow.
Haley at one
I
point
was-
found her, like baby's first steps book and all of that. And do you remember how sad you were? Like the first 2 pages were filled out. I was
dude.
so bad with
No,
that stuff.
you were sad. I was.
No, you were sad. You were
People
so sad.
Yeah.
People knew not to give me that because they knew I would not do it.
I've done parts of all of them for all the kids, but not consistently.
Don't
And
have
some
anything
are
for
done
any
more
of
than
them.
others.
I did part, but then it didn't. We do have all of your heights on a thing
Yeah.
that is not attached
Oh,
to the
that's
wall,
nice.
which I think
Oh.
is kind of fun.
That's nice. We have everybody's heights in my entire family on my dad's side on a door frame on the cape.
Mhm.
Oh.
That's fun. Yeah.
Which, when we did the renovation, we were like, do not touch this door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mostly because Ollie was very happy to see that he was taller than my dad was at the same age.
Oh,
how
that's
cute.
so
He's
cute.
taller than my dad was in 1953.
Oh, that is
That's
so
wild.
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really cool. It goes back to 47.
Wow.
Wow,
That's awesome.
that's great.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I love that.
Yeah, so, and thankfully it's on a door, so we can always remove it if we need to.
There you go. Like the things we removed. Remember, there are those soccer player signatures.
Oh,
that
yes!
Jean, made.
If you know how to
Yeah, we need to value some autographs. Maybe we'll.
It's true.
Maybe if somebody's.
appraise
This was
Sports
a
memorabilia.
This was a soccer store before it was Yarnia.
It was.
And just about 2 years ago this week, we were renovating. Yeah, it was all of July.
I
Actually,
know, guys.
yeah,
It's like our almost our anniversary in the new space.
I know.
so here.
Yeah.
I guess we can't call it a new space anymore if it's been 2 years. I mean, what do you? I mean,
Well,
Can
it's still
we?
the new space versus the old space.
it's
Yes.
true.
So
That's
that's
true.
what. Yeah.
At one point, at some point, it's going to be like our space, our
Mhm.
space, as opposed to the old space. But we should talk a little bit about
Yeah.
what are we talking about first? Finished objects.
Finished objects, as always.
I got nothing. Sorry.
It's okay. Did you make progress?
I did make progress, so
There you go.
I'll
Progress is good.
I'll
That's good.
talk about my digressions and whips. Who has something?
I do. I have a
Okay,
finished
so-
objects.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
start
finished
with-
objects.
finished. I have a finished objects.
So
There you
Amanda
go.
got up at 4 a.m. I went to bed at 2 a.m. So that is my excuse.
I got up at 6:30.
If I had gone to bed at 2 a.m., I'd have finished the second song here.
Do you want
But then
So,
you would have no sleep.
That's true.
You would have been like,
no, it's what I'm wearing. Oh, that too.
Oh.
Yeah, actually. So
oh yeah.
my goal from last time was to finish my black ranunculus, and I did.
Yay!
Yay!
So
cute. Cool.
In Zoe
love
linen.
that.
I really need
Grandma
to get
Zoe.
my act together and do mine. And
It's
go in.
so it took about 2 weeks, and that was actually with
It
doing
did
something
take
else
exactly
for
2
a
weeks.
solid week of it
Yeah.
because I got a little obsessed.
So what needle size did you use?
I don't know, but it is in Ravelry.
Okay,
I put
good.
it-
I'm
maybe an 8, I think,
Okay.
but you know how loose I am,
And did you
which is like a
modify
normal
it at all,
person's
or
10.
You did like the main.
I put my notes in.
Wow.
I put my
I
notes
know.
in.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
like-
such a
this
pretty
is
one.
like,
I love that.
LBAC glass.
It
embroidery
is.
Hmm true,
That's
true.
a good color combo.
Thank
That
you.
is
It
very
is.
pretty. Really
Thank
nice.
you.
I like that one.
Yes, and we noticed we were all kind of very tonal, like gray and black and taupe today.
Yeah.
Took a
We-
picture.
we
We're
coordinated.
neutrals.
Yep.
We coordinated
Yeah, we had fun.
unintentionally.
But
But-
I really love it. It
Thank
looks
you.
so cute. That's
I-
exactly what I want to do.
I have my notes. I made
Okay,
it
good.
just like I made the gold one. I did. I put the sleeves on hold onto pearl strings.
Mhm.
When I got to the point of casting
that's
off the
smart.
sleeves, they tell you to bind them off, but I didn't want the little floaty edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I put them on pearl strings. Then when I finished the body, I came back to the sleeves and I did 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did 4 rounds of twisted ribbon badge off. In
Oh,
peppermint.
nice. And the
That's
twisted
all.
It's a
rib
perfect.
holds nicely.
It does. It really
It does.
does. And I think actually the neck tells you to do twisted rib. I think
Yeah.
that's why I did twisted rib everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like in that linen cotton blend, I mean, I'm working in linen cotton blend. Sometimes, like, if you do 1 by 1 rib, it kind of blows out.
Yeah,
Totally.
it loses
I
I feel
think
like
the twisted
1 by
rib
1
always-
rib always does for me. So that's
Yeah.
why I now I started really doing it with the socks. But I love the twisted rib because it doesn't do that. It actually
Yeah.
really makes it
I'm
work
a
like rib.
twisted rib proponent.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely,
Personally.
definitely.
Of the twisted
Yeah.
rib.
And actually, I said I wasn't going to talk about a mistake I made on this, but I think
Right.
I should.
It's
What?
burning.
Yes, talk about a
Look,
mistake. Because
look.
everybody makes mistakes, everybody.
Jen, look at the back of my
Everybody
sweater.
makes mistakes.
What did I do?
Everybody has
Oh.
those days.
You know, have it,
Everybody
and
has
short
this
rows.
is a danger of working with black yarn at night.
Yeah.
And it probably
While
actually was at
watching
knit night
TV.
too, while watching TV. Not either at knit night or watching TV. I decided, actually, this was when we were watching House of Gucci. I'm sure it was.
Is that good?
Yeah, well, I loved the first half. I wanted it to just go on forever, and then the second half was just disappointing.
I loved Lady Gaga in it. I thought
She's
it was
wonderful.
great.
She's so great.
Her and Adam Driver were awesome.
That was an option on the plane, but I didn't see it. I actually watched movies that were not animated features.
Oh my God, what are you?
Yeah.
What are
Look
you
at
doing?
Adulting. So I decided not to do the short rows in the front. I just did the short rows in the back.
Yeah.
But somehow between deciding to do the short rows in the back and starting working in the round, the piece got flipped inside out. So my short row, the part above my short rows are in reverse stockinette.
A little crescent of reverse stockinette. I have to say though,
It
like,
looks cute.
it doesn't
Because
there's so much texture in
It
it.
doesn't
Yeah,
look like
it-
a mistake.
it's-
It's cute.
It doesn't look
You know,
like
it's black yarn. You would
Right.
you'd really have to. What I was saying, because I noticed it. Oh, that was the other funny thing. We had two people in the store on the same day, both looking to learn how to do German short rows. And I'm like, oh, I have the perfect thing. I was working on this. It was in the office. I went and got it. And I'm showing them, and that was when I noticed when I was showing them
no.
to students. And
Oh.
I'm like, oh, and don't work with black yarn at night while you're watching a movie.
Yeah. I mean, but the methodology for the German short rows is still the same.
It is still
That
the
is the
same.
new thing.
It is.
But
the
I
same.
mean,
I
I
was
think
doing
I'm
short
looking
rows.
at the back, and because the Ranunculus has these bands of
Yeah.
texture and lace and whatever,
It's
it just
totally
kind of
fine.
looks like another little ridge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's not so
I'll
much.
take
that
a
you're like,
picture. I'll take a picture.
Yeah, yeah,
and-
take a
and
picture.
put it in.
It's hard to see.
It's kind of funny, and you know what? It's one of those things. Well,
It's in the back. You won't see it.
Who asked me? Are you going to rip back? Was it you? I think so.
Probably Jean.
And I'm like, no, because I was just about at the ripping.
Oh God, no, no.
No, it's why it was made by a human. It's
Right.
Oh, that was at the beginning.
Oh, it's the very
Yes.
just ridiculous.
That is so fun. I think I probably I will rip back for mistakes like that, but like. I think if I had gotten to here, I'd have been like, nope, it's staying as it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is.
Even there, it would have. Also, you have to be looking awfully hard to see it. My
Right.
hair actually covers most of it.
Your
so.
hair covers most of it, and even if you have your hair up, like it's not gonna look.
It's fine. If anyone actually notices that, I'll give him $5.
There you go.
Seriously, if you are that familiar with the pattern and notice that I
Come
did
into
that
the
part
store
wrong, I will
when
give
Kathleen's
you $5.
working and be like, "Can I see
Where's
that
my
Ranunculus?
$5?
I want to see it."
It's gotta be damn wearing it.
I know. Oh yeah, there you go.
Gotta be able to point it out in person.
No.
But I think it looks great. So how long did that take you start to finish?
So I did. I don't know if I had started it. I think
You had.
I had just the.
You had,
I
like,
had like
2
two
rows.
rows. Yes.
Yeah.
So in last podcast, so 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yes.
I had 2 rows, and I'm like, oh, no problem, I'll finish that, no problem, before the next one, and I'll wear it. And then I got obsessed with the float tote.
Oh,
So,
it's so cute.
and this definitely overlaps whips and finished objects, but
So the float tote.
the float tote is a pattern by Knitty Natty, Natalie
Love.
Coons, Natalia, I think, on Ravelry. K.
Talia.
Natalia? No, it's Natalia, I think.
Okay.
So it is a pattern that she did to make doing colorwork projects on the go more easy. And even though the Hooked on Grannies squares are, it's crochet colorwork, I'm
Right.
still using 5 colors and I want to keep them organized.
Yeah.
So so this is another like partially finished object. This is my square, which we'll maybe talk about later when we talk about that. But I have always thought it would be really fun to do one of these float totes. And then once I decided I wanted to keep all my squares together, they are all, the completed ones are at the bottom of the tote.
That's so convenient.
Isn't that so fun? The
clever.
completed ones, the patterns. I mean, I keep all the patterns once I'm done with them. I may find another place to store them.
Uh-huh.
But it's so nice and deep. And this is just crochet cotton that I had in my deep stash.
It's so
And
cute.
the crazy thing, and I did have to write a little
And
bit
now
more.
it's out of your deep stash.
It's out of my deep stash, but it basically is a similar color palette to this,
It
which is
totally
so
is.
funny. So my project bag matches my project very nicely.
I love it.
So
And that's such a clever, it's such a...
and it's not just our alarm too. It sounds like it may be other ones.
I think it's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's such a clever pattern that Knitty Natty has done with, like you've got this base that fits in.
It's like a
with
little
these
platter. Yeah.
These little cups to hold your
Mhm,
yarn,
mhm.
and it fits into the tote. Like, it's so cute.
That's really
It's so
cute.
fun. I love it. I'm so
She's
happy
so
with
clever.
it. And also,
You're so clever,
I
Natalie.
even went and got the little snaps,
Oh.
metallic or magnetic snaps that hold the cups in place, so you can take them off or you cannot take them off.
And I love
It's
that.
just, it's so fun.
awesome.
So fun. I don't know if we can. Yeah, we probably can hold this up without
Well,
everything
and
falling out.
you
Yeah.
sent a
But
picture.
look how cute
I'll
the
just put the
bottom
picture
is.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I did the.
Don't fall.
I did the bottom in circles here. I guess we can unsnap the. Let's unsnap the cups because we can.
I
It's like
love
it's
the
like
magnetic snappy.
A toddler
Yeah.
toy. Like,
It is. Oh my gosh!
It's a toddler
would be-
toy for crocheters.
But it would be a perfect toddler toy if you
Yeah.
have kids and are like,
Oh, and
okay,
wanted to- yes.
I need you to focus on doing something that is
Well,
not touching
sort.
my stuff.
Like the Munchie Monster. It's like
Yes.
sorting things. You could have them. So anyway, I just had fun with it, but I did do it to pattern, and I got the magnetic snaps, like I said, and actually they were really expensive in a local. Well, it wasn't local store,
a chain.
but I got like 25 sets for like $6 on Amazon.
Oh,
Alright.
So actually, if anybody else wants some, I can share.
I just love them.
It's fine.
I just love the magnetic snap
It's so fun.
because I am a toddler fundamentally.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I just played around with the colors on the different cups and everything. I didn't make the cups scoot in at the top as much. And I didn't make the notch. I never make things exactly as specified. I don't.
You came
I really
very
don't.
close to making it
I did. I did.
directly to pattern.
I did.
But
I think
also,
that
you know
the
what-
bag is. The whole bag
Yes.
is exactly. And really, my vision was to have the cream go all the way to here and then just do the green. But I knew I was going to run out, and I didn't want to end with
I
the
like
blue.
the little stripes.
Yeah.
So I think it's fun.
Yeah.
think
I
it's
like
fun.
it. I think it's a nice look.
I may undo it. It's so nautical, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
So
I love it.
cool.
It's very summery. It makes
Yeah,
me
very
feel
summery.
like and springy too. I mean, I love that
And-
green blue.
It's like capri.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is 100% like my colors. We
Your
were
color
actually
theme.
talking with our designer architect lady about we have to figure out what color we're going to paint the house. And Jonathan and I are like, dark
Do it.
blue, like ink blue. And then I was like, and a bright green door. And Jonathan's like,
Ooh.
no bright green door, no bright green
That
door.
would
And I was
be
like,
so
yes, bright green
pretty.
door.
That would be so pretty.
I'm like, ink and acid green. And
You
I'm
should
like,
look
this
at my
is...
friend Liz's house. She's got a dark blue house.
Oh, yeah?
I'll tell you where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
It's really pretty. It's
finding
really
the
nice.
right dark blue is going to
Yeah.
be tricky because I'm picky.
Mhm.
And then I just got to like work on him. I got a couple months to work
And you
on
have a lot of greenery, like it's such a
Yeah.
green setting and everything. And then the brighter green for the door.
Yeah,
100%.
right?
I approve this
Support.
plan.
And then like
Endorse
a
this plan.
like an acid
Endorsed
green
by
porch
Kathleen.
swing.
No, it's so fun.
Totally like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
It's so
color
you.
palette
It's
with
so
like
you.
white
It really
trim.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
Love
crisp white trim.
Yes. Love
I'm
it.
there. I'm there. Love it.
And I'll be like, it's just gonna be like Kathleen's flute tube.
Yeah. Just borrow it to show
I'm
the
just gonna
art.
borrow it and be like, here's our example. Sorry, my bag underneath me is like falling apart.
So
what other
that
finished
is
objects?
that is definitely me for finished objects. So
Okay.
yeah, this is a lot of crochet, especially
That's a
between
lot.
the bag and this. But Haley can tell you, I kind of started and I was like not doing anything else, and I kept looking over at the bag with the ranunculus, being like, I want to wear it, but I need to finish the float tote.
Oh.
So
Sometimes you can.
so I
it's
finished the
good.
float
It
tote,
is- it is
and then I
kind
went
of-
back to this, and
The
it
float
was
tote is the kind of project that once you start it, you're like, I might as well finish it.
yeah.
Right.
Well, because I
wanted
wanted to use it, I
Because then
wanted
you
to
can
have all
put
the.
stuff the yarn that you're working on to make it inside.
Well, and crochet goes so fast too.
It
You're
does.
like, why should I pause?
Right.
When I can just keep
And
going.
there's
It's
little
just a
parts,
lot of
so
pieces,
It's,
though.
nice
It's like
segmented.
seven
Yes,
pieces.
it's
Like
true.
this.
So you can do like a piece, and then
Yeah.
you're like, look, I'm done with.
Well,
my
it was
piece.
very portable. I kind of used it. Like once I had this done, I used it as the project
Oh,
bag
that's
while
so
I was
smart.
just put all the
That's
stuff in it, and then
clever.
as each cup got done, so inside is all the king coal, which is what I'm using for the hooked on Grannies CAL.
Yep.
But it coordinates so,
So fun.
beautifully.
So yeah, that is two finished objects for me this week, and I'm really happy
Woohoo!
that I actually got them both done.
I'm impressed.
To segue.
To
Oh, no.
segue.
And oh yeah, of course.
I
So Haley made a float tote as well.
We had said long ago, like, let's do a little mini cow where we both make a float tote.
And
And
guess
so-
what? She finished. I maybe got to the blue up here the first night. I don't
Uh-huh.
even know. She finished hers in one night.
No, I finished mine before you started yours.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, but also one thing.
That's not how I crochet. Oh my god.
Well, I was still finding my
That's
yarn.
how I do it.
I was still finding my yarn. But you did it, actually, the one thing I did not do to the pattern, I did the singled because, I did it single strand instead of double. Singled word. Because it is supposed
now.
to be doubled, as Haley did, just for sturdiness and for body.
Yeah.
But since I knew the project going inside of it was cotton, I didn't want it to weigh 50 pounds. So
point.
I did it single, and
It works well both
but
ways.
it works
So
all the
this
way.
is
It
nice.
does. Yeah, I love it. I love your colors too.
I had the cotton
so
dad brought
pretty.
down.
Oh, this is like Mykonos or something. It's like the blue and the white.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
really pretty.
So
What did you
was
also do it in
Just
session?
there this
most of it is cotton soft sash yarn, yeah.
Nice.
When they sent us random scans of weird color, Haley
Love
took
it.
them home.
You call this weird color?
Whatever, not
I
weird
think
colors,
now it
just
works.
sample colors. I love it. It's really pretty.
Sometimes
it's really,
we
really
get
pretty.
when we get samples from yarn companies, like whether before we've gotten the yarn or before we've like literally gotten our delivery, like we get some like colors either that
Just
we haven't
lines,
ordered or
yeah.
just like kind of like whatever they have available.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, you know,
And
it works
actually,
out perfectly
fun
for
random
something
King
like
Cole is one of those companies. They really are good about like when we do a big order. A lot of times there'll be a bag of like 10 random yarns in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes we find something that we want to carry.
We're like,
So
hey,
they're
this
very
color
smart.
is amazing.
You know,
and then Haley is wearing her biggest hat.
I had to.
Everything is a hat.
I had to.
Channeling your inner
hilarious.
toddler.
So yeah, I had something. It's gone.
Your float out, your finished objects.
No, a thought in my head.
Mm,
It's gone.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
well.
so pretty though.
It might go back. It's really pretty.
Do you have any other finished objects?
Oh, I do. And this has been storing the baby squishmallows. That
Oh, that's right.
showed a couple
Yes.
of episodes
It's
ago.
true.
That was the
The
thought.
little
It came back.
babies.
Yeah, they're cute.
So I have another crochet finish object. I'm very pleased with myself
Good.
that we had.
I love
crochet in
it.
this episode.
Yes, we
So,
have definitely
Yay,
lots of crochet.
We do,
prepare
yeah.
yourself.
We might have more crochet than we have knitting.
We might.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't
Right.
have any
Much
crochet.
closer
This
to
is a
everything.
lot of crochet.
I was gonna say the two of you
Volume-wise?
tipping the scales crochet wise.
Yeah, I
So.
crochet. Anyway.
So let's
Oh,
see,
yes,
let's see.
yes.
Oh!
It's so cute. You have to bring it up there.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah,
it up there.
Here.
So, and this will kind of overlap
so
with New in Store. We'll talk more about it in New in Store. Or maybe, should we just talk
We
about
should
it?
just talk about it now.
We should just talk about it.
Talk about it now.
Yes.
Here,
Isn't that
I'll
cute
take them
little
up.
Why don't we get a,
Yeah,
and
thank
bring the package of one that's not done yet.
Yeah, I brought this one, but it's not.
Towards the back.
Oh, no.
There's-
Oh, the bun is so cute though.
I know I wanted
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
that one.
Alright,
Alright, so
So,
I'm going to put this back.
Look at this little.
Or can you
Who
slide
needs
this
a baby toy? Look at
in? I
that.
know. They're the cutest kits.
Isn't that so cute?
They're just so sweet.
And nom noms for a little baby.
So these are all from
So
Hardy
sweet.
Craft. Right, these kits.
And they're new
we
in
love
the
them.
store.
This is a Hardy Craft kit. Here's a little companion bunny ring stacker. What? Also a good
I love that.
project that just has like component parts and you can be like, I finished this today. I finished this today. I finished
Yeah.
this today.
Totally.
Milestone.
They're
It's
so cute.
so
It has
I
a
know,
rattle,
I
and
love
it
it.
came with this really nice wooden ring, and it came with the rattle. And the
Uh-huh.
pattern was easy to follow.
So
Really
cute.
with his little pinky nose. I love him.
and the eyes are sewn on, so it's safe for baby.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is baby safe.
Yeah.
Baby safe, it's perfect. And that's the kind of thing that they're totally gonna like go nom 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 on.
Yeah.
Because you look at that pointy nose and you're like, yes,
Oh, yeah,
teether.
that's
they
meant
will.
for
Yes.
biting.
Between the wood and the like nice texture, the nubbly crochet,
Yep.
my kids would have
The
like
ears, too.
gone. Oh yeah.
The years, yeah.
Mhm.
It's
There's
perfect.
also a bear and
An elephant.
an elephant in this style.
Yeah.
So cute, man.
So by the
cute.
time this goes up, they will be on the website. They're also
Yes.
really nicely priced.
How much
Yeah.
are
I
they?
forget how much are the rattles. They're 15.
The big ones,
I'll put it down there.
The bunny is like 22 or something. Right?
That's it.
They're really, really
Right?
That's
reasonable
great.
price.
I know.
This is
25
that's
maybe
a
for the
perfect.
second bunny. But
Yeah.
still, it's a lot of material, and it's a beautiful gift. I mean,
It
you
really
can
is
make
a
that
beautiful
to
gift.
give to
It
someone.
comes with the yarn, the pattern, and for this guy, it came with the extras. You don't have to go out and buy like
Yeah, exactly.
the right
It's-
size.
I
blade,
love
Like I was
that.
saying with
rattle.
my cross stitch, I don't have to go buy the charms. That way it will actually get done.
Yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
This
for
one
sure.
will actually get done because you have
That
to
is such a good like baby shower gift or
Mhm.
baby arrival gift. Just
Mhm.
like
Yes.
Or like put it on the package, like if
yeah,
you give them
put
something,
it on the
it
package.
would
Give
be
it
a
something
nice
bigger.
add-on.
But like honestly, I would like. I
It's
would
so
have
cute.
loved one of those when my kids were little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's so cute.
And it's not too loud, you know how.
No.
Oh my gosh, some of them, I can still sing some of the songs for that little like toy or like
The
beep
cat
beep,
piano.
it's time to go over the rainbow bridge. Traffic is blah blah like that.
Oh my
that
gosh.
Fisher Price house. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley had
still,
a
10 years
Haley-
later.
Oh, 20 years later. Haley had this Winnie the Pooh. Do you remember that Winnie the Pooh thing?
The
It
singing
was
book.
It was like it was a teether. It was like a
Uh-huh.
they held it and they could bite it, and when they bit it, it did this song about Winnie the Pooh. Jean actually took a hammer to it, and it still would not stop playing.
Oh,
It was like it was
no.
possessed. But,
Haunted.
well, like you were even sick of it. You didn't want it anymore, but it just
I
kept
have
going.
no
Yeah,
memory
and that's
of
so
this.
funny that it's like that's so not him. He's like the most mellow guy on the planet.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those things that like put him over the edge.
No, yeah, Jean taking a hammer to something with him being like, would be him like,
oh,
knock-
I'm
it
so
wouldn't
sorry.
be like,
Boom, boom, boom.
There's a
that's
play
funny.
and learn puppy.
Yes.
That you know the
I
play and
know.
learn puppy.
I know the play and learn puppy.
I love you. Yeah. That you walk by it
And
And it goes off.
and it goes off.
oh, those ones are scary. The ones that are,
they're haunted.
Especially when it says I love
It's like this close to Chucky.
Right, exactly. That's how this Winnie the Pooh thing was.
Run! No! This is, yeah. I did not do well with babies.
They've started doing, like, I'm sure many people have seen the cacti, that dance, but it repeats what you say in a higher octave, like an octave up.
Oh my god.
Harvey had a llama like that. It's the same idea, but even after you like turn it off, it'll be in the basement like repeating what you said 20
No.
minutes ago. Like
So creepy.
Like,
I would have had
Chucky.
so much fun with it. Because I seriously would have just like left it outside of Jonathan's office and be like, I love you, Jonathan.
but then it literally does like an octave up. But then if you have two going at each other,
No.
it goes yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Do Florence and Harvey both have them? Is that how
they
you
had
know?
one llama, but I've seen videos of people doing.
Uh-huh.
They have like an army or like a little orchestra of the cacti,
Oh my god, that's
and they
so funny.
they dance.
That
and
sounds
they,
like something I would like, actually. It sounds
maybe
like a
for the
toy.
first 10 minutes. and
Yeah,
after that-
exactly. You'd like that at the store.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
My
Then
friend's
walk away.
daughter had the cursed baby. And it was like the most terrifying.
Like baby doll?
Baby doll.
Okay.
And it was the most- no,
Not actual baby.
Not actual baby. No. Harper had like it was
Sounds
the
like a very
cursed baby
Sleeping
doll,
Beauty type.
and
Yeah, like
it was
human.
like it looked like a demon had possessed it. Like, and every so often she would just hide it places. So like my friend Paige would find it, and be like, oh my god, and
They're
like.
that doll.
Yeah, I have a picture, and she would like text pictures of it to us, and we'd be like, you have to stop doing that because it's terrifying. When you open up, you're like, oh, what's up, Paige? And then you're like, ah,
It's that scary baby doll.
it's terrifying. Thank God that didn't talk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Sounds it was creepy enough on its own.
That was baby toys, man. We had a phantom, like a puzzle that was like cars. Right, like cars and motorcycles or whatever, and when you put the puzzle piece, it was a Melissa and Doug, you put the puzzle piece
Yeah.
in and it makes a sound.
Mhm.
Except for, again, it was probably haunted. Like, we lose the puzzle pieces. Nothing in my house has all of the pieces. Nothing. It drives me crazy. So we put the thing away in like a cabinet, and every so often you'd hear like, vroom, 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 vroom. And I'm like, are the pieces like falling into it? And you know, my son Max would be like, no, I don't know where that piece is. And it's like, vroom, 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 vroom.
It's
And I'd
talking
be
on
like,
its own.
okay, we're gonna put this outside now, and I'm gonna bury it in the backyard upside down. and
So
sprinkle
can't
some
bother
salt
us
around
anymore.
it
I know.
before I do that, just in case.
So
Because
you would just walk over that spot in the yard and hear.
I'd be like, yeah. Yeah. I seriously was like, that's going upside down and backwards in the
Yeah.
backyard.
Do you have any more finished objects?
I do. If we
Oh,
want to
wow.
Can
Oh my
I?
gosh,
Can
look at
I?
you.
Can we put this? It's actually making me hot. It's a lot of cotton on my lap.
The heat finally broke, but it's still hot.
It's still
Yeah,
warm. It's
it's
still.
warm.
It's gonna be like
It's not as humid.
87 today or something.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Not
Better than 100.
Better than 100. Boy,
Better
what
than
a weekend.
100 with like
Oh,
95%
you guys
humidity.
didn't even hear about our weekend and all our craziness.
No.
We dropped our Toyota off at and
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Yarnia air conditioner did break.
Yeah.
but Jean fixed it.
Jean-
Yay, Jean!
And
What?
he got a ticket while he was fixing it.
Oh,
Yeah, we've had some.
Jean.
So, Yeah,
Goodies.
it was anyway. And then he took the ticket off of it and put money in the meter. I'm like, once you get a ticket, you leave
leave
the
the
ticket.
ticket.
It's like you're then paid for the day.
He's so sweet.
I know, he's so by the book. He was
What a Boy Scout. I would
Totally,
never. I'd
totally.
be like, I'm hanging on to this ticket all day long. And I'm putting it on the windshield all day long, wherever I go. I don't care what town it is.
We don't endorse
They'll get
that.
you for that. Yeah, no.
Yes.
that's-
Don't do that.
that's
Because you'll get
illegal.
another ticket. But at
Yeah.
that point, you're like, meh. In for a penny, in for a pound.
So
Wow.
we had we were going to see my brother on Saturday. We had a big family get together planned and everything.
At the pool.
And yeah, which was good because it was 100
It was
degrees.
hot- it was
and
hot.
the pool was only 90, so it felt actually
Excellent.
Refreshing.
Yeah, it
It
almost
was a
did.
little spa.
So we went and dropped our Prius off, which needed some work, Friday night, so that we wouldn't have to, drive there and back at the crack of dawn on Saturday, and then drive all the way down to Philly and
Because
everything.
we're not morning.
No. And then we got a call from the car repair place the middle of Saturday afternoon saying,
While we're driving.
while we were stuck in horrible beach traffic and everything, it took us
Sure.
most of our lives to get down there. That's what it felt like. Our catalytic converter was stolen when
What?
the car was on their lot.
What?
They
At
came.
3 a.m.
Yeah,
They
They
came
came and jacked.
in the dark.
Somebody came and jacked it up. Cut in less than 5 minutes. Did this whole thing. They obviously were pros. So.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Which-
so
It's happened in
That's on
Montclair.
them, right?
It's happened on
no,
campus.
it's actually not because they didn't ask us to leave the car there. Then we did it on. We chose to do it.
the
If it-
one time
Oh,
we're proactive.
That is.
Yeah, but
That's
they've given us a loan.
bullshit.
They've given us a loaner at no cost for as long as it takes to get the thing fixed,
Oh.
which with the insurance back and forth could be a week. So I'm driving a nice new car right now. But anyway,
You're like, hey,
which was actually one I wanted to test drive, which made them happy.
Oh, that's
it was
perfect.
yeah, it's like a
Sure.
week long test drive.
Yeah.
But
Oh my
but
gosh.
literally,
Such a
it's like
pain.
if they had already been working on it and
Right.
And
and then it was done, then it would have been on them. But because we dropped it off early and hadn't given anyone the keys, they were there in the box for them to take the next morning. It's
That was on their property and
That-
sent to them.
that is
And then they
handing
don't have- it's
over.
not like they
That is
have-
their. That's
it's
their
not like
responsibility.
they
know,
don't
I'm not-
have, like, a
it's one of those
fencing area, 'cause,
things.
like,
If
those
insurance
pieces-
is going to pay for it, that's fine. But also, if insurance
there's
didn't, you would have
pretty
an
there's a
argument.
pretty serious deductible. But it's not even worth it. They were actually super helpful with. They provided the video to the police and all of that. So
Right.
they it's just one of those things.
Oh.
But anyway,
I would
but
be
that was our
so
excitement over the
nervous.
weekend.
That
That's-
is
that was-
exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah, it was so that's I was actually really grouchy most of Monday still
Yeah, I would
because of
bet.
that.
I
It
would.
was
Yeah.
But anyway, while all this was going on, Haley was making socks.
Ah,
Right? Of course, because that's what we do.
Perfect.
Oh, cute.
So I forgot to bring.
okay, let's talk about socks.
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about
socks.
socks.
Again,
Again.
that's our segment, and I actually blocked 5 pairs.
That's
Oh my
right.
gosh,
I should have
I
taken a
have-
picture while you.
Well, I have a whole my
Oh,
all of
so
my
nice.
socks from school. I haven't washed
Oh my
yet.
goodness.
They've been in a
What
while.
is this?
Love that.
That is Ponyo.
It's LBA.
Seriously?
That's the LBA. Is that the Cashmere or the Super Soft?
Super soft.
Super soft.
Ooh.
We
That
got the
feels
Miyazaki's
great.
Super
It
Soft.
feels
Lot.
It feels
amazing.
And these have been worn.
Yeah, and so these are your sock week
Wow.
socks, right?
Yes, so
Did
these are
you
my
do
sock week socks.
Shorties.
And the other ones. So I ended up doing 3 socks during sock week.
Wow, that's a lot.
I'm impressed.
And actually, can you hand me my bag? Because, since we're talking about socks,
Yes.
I did a quarter of a sock during sock week. did not really get. I was in the spirit of sock week, and actually our question from last time was what Mals and Cals and Cals are you Mals K's with Cals with a K and Cals with a C are you participating in? We had so many great suggestions.
Yes.
Definitely check them out. I was going to make a list, and I just ran out of time last night.
Because our car was
Because you had other things.
we were stressed.
But
Sorry.
why don't we say our winner from
Yes.
this episode, who said, I love your podcast. My knit-alongs are Yarnia Sock Bingo 2022, Christmas in July Make-Along 2022,
Nice.
Summer Sock Camp 2022, KNP 2022 Socks, and Shark Week, which maybe also could be Sock Week,
Yeah.
was Lou Bond, L-U-E Bond. And I'm going to send it to Amanda so she can put it down here.
Congratulations.
So congratulations, Lou. And Lou wins. What was the prize from last time?
Gosh, that's
I have it. I have it here. Sorry, guys.
I can't even remember what episode it is.
I held it up.
Oh, interesting. I don't have.
You get the thing we talked about.
You do,
Check my
exactly.
Yay!
Oh, that's terrible. So we'll have
Gosh,
to we'll
what
have
was
to check
it?
back and see.
I'm trying to think.
I don't remember.
I
It
don't remember
wasn't.
either.
Oh no, you know what? Maybe that was the Corey Worsted. That's the Corey
Oh,
Worsted.
nice! You want to skin the Corey
Oh.
Worsted?
Yes, because that was what we talked about last time.
That is
So
what we talked about.
and
That's right. That's a good one.
so Lou, take a look at our website. Let us know which color you would like us to send you and your address and all of that. Email us at hello@shopyarnia.com. And also, though, on a similar note, our winner from episode 81 has not contacted us yet, and that was Sandra
Sandra,
Bendigo.
shoot
So
us a note.
go ahead, yeah, shoot us a note. And actually, if we don't hear from Sandra by the time we're doing this next time, we will pick another winner. Okay?
All right.
So Sandra, hello@shopyarnia.com.
Yes. All right.
You got to get your prize.
Nice.
Wait, are we still talking about socks?
We are
We
still
are.
talking
We're
about
gonna-
socks.
Are you done with your socks?
I'm done. I was a
That's
sock
it.
week attempt but fail, but I will keep going when I'm working on
I
socks.
started socks.
Look
Oh
how
my
pretty!
God. This is as far as
and
I got.
that's Helen Sophie, right?
This
that,
is Helen Sophie.
Woohoo!
This is LBA, Super Sock, Hal, and Sophie, because I was so inspired by Amanda. And I am doing...
That's really pretty.
Also inspired by Amanda. Helen Stewart Cirrus.
Cirrus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Which is such a cute texture pattern with like a little bit of lacy
And it goes
eyelets.
fast,
It goes
right?
so fast. This was like all in one sitting. I did start on the DPN, but then I realized I really need to do my socks on zeros.
yeah.
And the DPNs went down to ones, and I was like,
And they're Euro ones too. So
Yes.
it's 2.5 millimeters. Not
so it's a
2.5.
little bit too
It's perfect for me.
Mhm.
yeah, a little bit too thick for me. So I switched. I switched and went down to my
It's
zeros.
so pretty.
My little stabby. I did. This is my favorite cast-on for top-down socks. I mean, I do love the way a tubular cast-on looks, but I don't like it to pull in on my giant calves. So I did a. Sometimes it's called Jenny's Super Stretchy Cast-On, but it's really a.
Is it the one with the knots?
It's the slip knots. It's interconnected slip
Uh-huh.
knots.
Uh-huh.
It's a pain in the neck to do.
Yeah, I tried it once.
But
It's pretty.
it's pretty.
Didn't go
It stretches
Here, let me
like
show.
it stretches
It's
to the width of the fabric
Uh-huh.
stretches.
Uh-huh.
So and
Like
it
your-
springs back,
So,
which
check this out.
is to me really important.
See?
So if you look up slip knot cast on,
Mm-hmm.
it is a little tricky to do and a little tricky to space, but I've gotten it
Yay.
down now, and I did it like
And
twice.
this ball, look at how pretty that is. Sorry, just saying.
You did a
It
very
is.
nice job winding your yarn.
Thank you. I didn't feel like going up to the third floor to
Yeah,
get my
the ball's
Swift out.
So cute.
So I
So
did
pretty.
it
Yeah.
on the couch, watching my
Nice.
TV,
Nice.
watching my below deck.
Ha!
Yep.
I love below deck. I love it so much. And then my Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip too. Also love, obsessed. Sorry.
Oh.
Those are my sock knitting shows.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Mhm.
So that's as far as I got. What about you?
Yeah, what about your socks?
All right, so I have 2 socks down, almost 3 right here.
All right.
Because I'm almost going to finish this tube.
Yeah.
I'm decreasing every round. But anyway, I'll talk about the one I finished first. So this is my
Yay.
Jasper Ridge sock. by
really pretty.
Jodi Brown. Is that right?
Grocery
Sounds
girls.
right.
Yes,
Mhm,
Grocery
mhm.
Girls. Jodi Brown. Yes, Mrs. Brown's bags.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Jodi Brown. Yes. So this is in La Bien-Aimée Super Sock. We also have a theme going on here with socks.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
The Jasper color and the Floral Morganite. So this is the colors that she originally designed this sock in, and I love them so much. I think they go so well together.
They're so fun.
I
Nice
made this one.
contrast.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. I have not woven an ends yet on any of these. On anything. I've got to do that.
If you can wear it, you can tuck those
if
ends
you
in.
can hide it,
That-
if it looks good.
Right.
I'll do it on a conference
Counts
call
as done.
sometime this week. So
I love that Jasper color.
this one
It's
is
so
done.
It's really pretty.
I had done this one previously.
Yay!
So pretty.
Should have a finished
Love
pair.
One would think.
Uh
What happened?
The first one I did the size medium.
No.
And it really is too tight. So the second
no.
one I did the large size, and usually I do a medium size for all my
Yeah.
Helen Stewart ones. I do medium,
Yeah.
but this one has the slip stitches up here.
Oh.
And it makes it too
Pulls it in.
Was
tight.
it
Yeah.
was medium 64 stitches?
Yeah, it was. It was 64, but it's just too tight with the slip stitches for me. So I went up to the 72, and this was perfect. I mean,
Isn't the foot too big though? Then
it's not actually. It's fine for me. I knit tight.
you
ones,
knit
so-
tight. Yeah.
And also,
Especially for socks.
if you need to make that adjustment when you're doing
You
the
could
I could do
gusset,
more decreases.
you
Yeah.
just do like two
Yeah,
more
yeah.
decrease rounds and then you're
But-
down
Yeah.
to a smaller.
I didn't think of doing that until I was like this far into the foot, and I was
Meh.
like, well, maybe it'll work.
So are you gonna redo the other one?
Well, yeah, and I
Just-
have enough yarn to do
Oh!
Uh-huh.
a third one.
Uh-huh. Lord,
Not again.
they're doing work out in the back, and it's putting dust in the air. That's making our smoke alarm go
Yeah,
off.
maybe I'll just bleep out sound during those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can just see our faces be like,
Yeah.
I'd be like shocked, like
Yeah.
So I think now we have a sock sample.
I think that's
oh,
perfect.
excellent! A
Okay.
sample of LB.
All
That's
right.
perfect.
Yes.
That is
That
That's
is
super
absolutely
soft.
perfect.
Yay! Excellent.
And then if anyone
See,
has a ferret
sometimes,
that wants a sock.
sometimes
I mean, my ends still need to weave in.
a problem
Yeah, just leave
is,
them.
you know, or I'll
There you go.
weave it. Just leave it here, and I'll do it in the store. at some
I
point.
hand over all of my things to
Yeah,
my
I'm the finisher in the family.
Oh, it's so nice. Like the super
I mean-
sock, you think because it's like what 75-25, it's gonna be like every other sock yarn,
Mm-hmm.
but I gotta tell you, it's not.
It's,
No, it's
really
really
nice.
There's some, I don't know, whatever
It's
magic
magic.
witchcraft,
Magic.
Parisian witchcraft.
I love
Sorry.
Yeah.
this one.
And
yeah,
so-
this is so nice.
That was
Yay.
sock number 1 I finished for our Yarnia Summer
Sock
Sock
Bingo.
Bingo.
Nice.
Yay!
That's one. Finally, I finished one.
I haven't finished one.
And then
Finished one.
I
Finished
finished
one.
2 pairs.
I got
I'm gonna
time.
bring the board.
It's not the
Yeah.
end
yeah,
of summer.
next week I'll bring next time I'll bring the board because I'm
Yeah.
gonna have
Because Summer Sock Bingo ends
Labor Day,
Labor
which
Day. We got
is
plenty of time.
like September 7th, around there.
Ages.
At
It's
some point,
it's
I
late.
will. Yeah, it is late.
It's
I will
late.
figure out the date and know it for probably.
I think
pretty
you're
soon.
right. I think it is
September starts on a Tuesday or something like that.
Yeah.
Or something.
Mhm,
Yeah.
So it's the following Monday.
I
So
think
that
it's-
makes sense.
It's the latest that
Mhm,
Labor
that
Day
it possibly can be. Yeah.
And so I went to Catherine, my second daughter, was in an opera program in Turkey.
It's amazing.
And she was singing Carmen, which is one of my favorite operas. And I wasn't going to go because that's like a really long way to go to see your kid at summer camp. And then like less than a month beforehand, I was like, I gotta go. And
That's
so
so good. I'm glad you went.
then I was going to go, and then I was like, okay, Beth, do you want to come with me? Because she's my oldest and is a good travel companion. And she's like, sure. And then Catherine's like, well, aren't you bringing my best friend? And that's Abby, the 10-year-old. I'm like, fine, I'll bring the 10-year-old. And if you bring the 10-year-old, you have to bring the 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Because they're like a pair. I mean, they're like,
Right.
They're like
there's
salt
no
and
reason-
pepper.
right. And there's
They
no,
are.
there's like no legitimate way I can say like, well, you're too little to come with us.
Uh-huh.
No, because he's 8.
Right. So anyway, so I brought lots of kids with me to Turkey. And Beth stayed and went island hopping
So
in Greece.
jealous.
Oh, how nice!
Oh my
She's coming
gosh.
home today.
So jealous.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so,
amazing.
speaking of travel knitting and things you bring, I was traveling internationally. I had to, so part of, once I was going, then it became a whole production because I videoed and photographed the opera. So I had 5 lenses, 2 camera bodies, and a tripod to
Oh my
take with
goodness.
me.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Did you get to see it more than once?
Yes, I saw it twice.
So not a lot of
But 2 different
carry-ons.
casts, though.
Uh-huh.
So I
Wow.
had to video it both nights and photograph both nights.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
So anyway, yeah, so there was
So you
not a
didn't
whole lot
have-
of room for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Socks.
All I brought was 2 skeins of yarn, these 2, and a set of DPNs. Which also, I love these DPNs for travel because these are incredibly non-threatening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're plastic, right?
Well, yes.
Or there's some kind of composite.
Right, and when you bring metal knitting needles, they'll set off the sensors and the whatever
The
security
TSA
things, the
gets scared.
TSA things.
The TSA.
And then you have to explain, especially internationally, what they are, blah, 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 but nobody cares about these.
I will say, if you are traveling even internationally and you're using interchangeables, I highly, especially if you have a project on the needles, I highly recommend taking the
Taking them
tips off,
Yeah.
putting them in either with like your makeup bag with eye pencils, or I have a little pencil case in
That's
my
really
purse,
cute.
and throwing them in there.
I put them in with pens.
Yeah, I put them in. And also, honestly,
I don't travel with pens.
honestly, that's when I
I know you do.
I will lose them if I don't put them in there, and I have
Yeah.
like a cute little pen case, and like it's actually a good place for me to have them all.
Look at this. We're all doing our socks on different needles. You have
We
9 inch
are.
circulars.
Oh yeah.
You've got magic loop.
Mine is down there.
I've got
I
DPNs.
know.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
solid Team DPN.
I do love the DPN.
But yeah, so I finished this one. When I started in Turkey, I think you remember last week I had like 2 repeats here,
Yeah.
right? So I did the whole rest of the sock and I cast this one on, and yeah,
It's great.
I'm almost done.
That's great.
I think I just got back from Turkey on Monday, and then on Sunday I went to North Carolina.
Oh my goodness.
So when I took this on Sunday, I was like down to here. I didn't have, well, maybe, no, that's not true. I was doing heel decreases on the plane. So I finished all but 2 repeats on the flight down to Charlotte, and then finished the last 2 repeats, like just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then finished the toe while I've been sitting here, as you've seen since the beginning of this podcast.
Socks are kind of the perfect portable travel project
They
because
definitely
you
are.
can really you can fit them in a carry-on.
Well, and I'm doing this is also the Miyazaki collection.
Yes.
Helen, Sophie, and Calcifer. Right? So
Cuties.
saying this is all Howl's Moving Castle. And
Which Ollie is starting to read Howl's Moving Castle.
so
I basically bribed my children with my own summer reading program, so that's a
Cool.
10-point book for him. Which
Oh,
means he's going to get
nice.
Robux for Roblox plus ice cream.
wow.
He's going to get
that's
2
nice.
sets of Robux.
Wow.
That's awesome.
But I was like, dude, if you're going to read Diana Wynne Jones, I'll give you that. I
Yeah.
should tell him that that's, yeah.
Yeah. So then my next sock, which is gift knit, is going to be the Calcifer. And that's why I brought this, because like even if I finish both socks, then
You
I
can start on
start
the next one.
the next set. And so that's going to be, and I'll probably be done with at least the leg next time. Maybe a whole sock, but Calcifer all the way here, and then just the what do you call it?
Heels and toes.
Yeah, heels and toes for Helen Sophie.
Are
A little
you
bit of stealth Helen.
same pattern?
Nope. Pattern. Yeah, this is Helen Stewart, Magnolia, from her first Handmade Sock Society.
So good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm doing one from this Handmade Sock Society, which was like the Atmosphere one.
Yes.
And I
that's-
forget which one it is. I have a plan. Stratus.
Mhm.
Or something.
Oh, I was looking at Stratus. I was almost going to do Stratus for that.
Yeah. It's
I've been looking at the cockle shell one again. I love
Oh,
that.
that's
It's
the-
so
shell.
pretty.
That's the second one.
I just
like that one too.
Caved and was like, you know what? I'm going to buy all of the Helen Stewart Sock Societies because I like them all. There's like one where I'm like, maybe not so much. But
I
like,
really liked the
it's
one that I
worth it.
did. The one that I actually did. I did at least 3 pair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in my year of socks.
You're here. You're here, socks.
My year of
Last
last
year.
year.
Do you have any more whips?
I do, but that's the end of socks.
Okay.
That's the end of
Yeah,
socks.
I have
That's
no
the end
more
of our
socks.
socks.
Hope
Wait,
you're
I have a
enjoying Summer Sock Bingo.
Oh, Haley has a
I
whip
have a
actually.
sock.
And it's
Oh,
actually,
sock whip.
it's got a new cool detail. New
Yes,
Yes. Oh,
this is
yes.
the one that
You
I'm
did.
like gasping about at the beginning.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is so pretty.
So this is a sock.
It's a sock.
Do you want to bring it up? Or?
Yeah, it's a sock. It's actually Sorella. It looks like it could fit in with
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally
So-
that.
It's the Taylor Swift collection from last
Oh,
summer.
how fun.
And this is
love
you
it.
gotta
You
calm
need
down.
to calm down, which was a Jeopardy answer
Was it really?
in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, and I got it. No one got it. No one on the show got
I
it.
love the little
Yeah.
pops of neon in it.
Right? And so, yeah.
That makes
It's
it.
really fun.
And
What-
so I did a folded cuff,
Ooh.
and I did ribbing on the inside. So I
Isn't
can
that fun? So
That
it's
is
a little more
such a
squinched
good
in.
detail. You should go up and show your details.
Yeah.
We're
I gotta
gonna
go
inside.
Show it up.
So so you didn't do a turning row, and
Mhm.
instead
No, I did
of, so did you increase it all, or you just did
No,
the ribbing
I
to bring
did.
it in?
Ta-da! Here she is. I did
Yeah.
8 rows is as much ribbing as I can handle, and this is actually a 2x2. But then I did 8 rows of a 2x2, and then 12 rows of plain, and then you fold it over. Like you don't. I didn't do a turning row, and I did 12 rows, and then I just knitted them together. And this
Did
is
you
what
do
it
a
looks like.
provisional cast on?
No,
She did
I just
not.
did a regular cast on, and I checked while I was doing it. It seems
She's got
like it'll
little
be
ankles,
stretchy
too.
enough for me.
And
So
hopefully it fits over your heel though. That's what it stretches. Yeah,
That's
it
what
does
I was going to
stretch.
say. That's pretty stretching.
It is pretty stretchy. I would have
That's
probably
my
done
big problem
provisional.
here. It doesn't
Yeah.
fit
It-
over my heel.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I can, but it's like not.
Yeah. And then we have a
while I was
do
knitting
it
it
we said.
together,
Yeah,
I
it's perfect.
made sure like every stitch took me a long time to actually knit them together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I
That
didn't
row
do-
takes a while.
Like because I just did a regular cast on, I did like the outside.
Did
leg.
you flip it inside out when you did it?
No. I
That's
was just-
one thing I usually do too. If you flip it the other way,
Yeah,
it's
sometimes
easier
it's a
to
little
see.
easier.
Sometimes, whatever.
Well,
It's-
I didn't do both legs of the cast on.
No,
I
you-
did the outside.
it'll be more
one.
stretchy if you don't. That's better to only do one leg. I
Did
would
you
say.
put all of the cast on legs onto another needle?
No, I just did it stitch by
see.
stitch.
That's what I like to do, because I make a lot
That
of
would've made
hats
it
like
a lot
that.
Right.
Yeah, that's your dad's hat.
That's
right,
my
that you
dad's hat. It's
Mhm.
Jonathan's hat, because sometimes they don't like ribbing, and they're both like, my ears are cold, and I was like, suck it up.
But she's
reality-
really nice
reality-wise,
and makes them aligned.
I make them a I make
She
them
makes
a
a
lot of hats.
lined brim.
And I have a pattern, and it's like a classic worsted hat that has this, a classic hemmed hat. I think it's under
Mhm.
Jen Bonnell Designs.
do.
I like
below.
I like a provisional cast on, but it's because I really, really like unzipping it. And then what I realized after doing it a bunch, I mean, I have a million needles, right? So I do a provisional cast on onto one needle, and then I knit off of that needle, or I keep that needle on the provisional cast on, and then I'll do with the main
Mhm,
needle,
mhm.
I'll do however many rows, and I do it on 90% of the stitches. For the hats, I do a purl row,
Mhm.
which is my turning row,
Mhm.
and the row after that I increase back up to 100% of the stitches,
Mhm.
and then I do however many it is, and then I already have the provisional cast on is already on a needle.
The stitches are live.
I flip
yeah.
it up, and then I knit two together off of that, and it goes
That
a
would
little
go
bit quicker.
faster. Yeah.
But I don't like picking up from a cast on. I hate picking up from a cast on, actually. And I
It
do
was
love a
definitely-
provisional.
It's so pretty. It
Yeah.
looks really nice.
It looks
Beautiful.
gorgeous, Haley.
So how
So this
are
is
these
the
going to
new
be
knit cap?
shorty, or are they going to be? How long do you think you're going to make them?
Relatively short-ish.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind
This
of
is probably like
perfect
20, maybe 30 or 40.
Are you starting your heel now?
No.
Okay.
They'd be perfect for like a Rose City Rollers style, like super
Yeah.
shorty, because that cuff will help keep them from sliding down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
Which
I'm
I've never
excited
made
'cause
Rose City rollers for that reason. I feel like they
what-
would slide down the way I walk.
Yeah.
What
everything
inspired
slides
me
down
was
like
my sock week socks were shorties because I thought there was a better
Then I can
chance
get
of
it
me
done.
getting them done.
that. Yeah.
So I did do shorties, and now I'm like,
Rocking the shorties.
you know,
You know what you could do? Instead of a provisional cast on, you could do a Judy's Magic cast on two 9-inch circulars, and then you just start knitting with one of them, because it doesn't matter if it's twisted.
Ah, that's very clever.
Right? So, because the Judy's Magic cast on, if you're doing toe-up socks, a common way to do it, but you have stitches on one needle and another needle,
Mm-hmm.
or two sides
Two sides
same.
of
of.
a
So you could knit from
From
both,
circular.
but you could do that.
I see.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Then you don't
I'm
have
gonna
to
try
do
that.
a provisional for those of
So
you
it'd be
who
a
aren't
very,
crazy like
very
me.
long Judy's Magic cast.
It'd be a very long.
That's
Judy's
a
Magic
very
cast.
cool
I'm gonna
idea.
do that.
It would
I'm
be
gonna do
perfect
that.
on mine and Cirques though.
I'm gonna do that.
But the one thing is, you'd have to be
Put
careful
ends.
You'd have to rubber band it or something. So
Yeah,
you, don't lose your
you need
stitches.
like a
But
stopper
still, you
on one
could,
side.
you could.
I'm gonna do that.
I finished my toe.
You finished
Yay!
your toe? Oh my gosh, look at you.
I had
She's
3
done it.
rows
Toes
on the
goes so
toe.
fast.
All right,
Started
so
this.
What else do we have? I have one whip, other than my sake.
I have
Same.
I
20
have
minutes
a
before
whip.
I have a phone call.
All right,
that's right,
so we can
yeah.
do it. We can do it, guys.
Well, yeah. Do you want to?
And then we can do new in store.
Yeah.
After Amanda leaves, if we need. We'll see how
What's
we'll
your
see what we get
whip,
to.
Hallie?
This is the Musselburgh.
Oh, wow.
So I started
well,
the
it's so
decreases,
close
but I
to-
need help because I dropped down and it's
Oh,
a hot
yeah.
mess.
Oh no.
I
Because
did
your
it
your
successfully
decreases
on
were
that.
going the wrong way or something.
I did it, yeah. I did it. I dropped down successfully like 2 or 3 times, but since it's on the right side, it's like different.
You're one row off. Right? On the right side?
No. Like the column is fine, but
Oh.
I just did it on like I could do these, but this one is
Oh,
struggling.
you didn't do your slip slip. Wait, your knit two togethers. It's knit two together and then slip slip knit.
Yeah, I did the like
Or you did
for
the
the
others.
like I started doing it basically every time I do decreases. Like if you looked closely at like any of my socks at the toes, like sometimes the first 2 decrease rows are going the wrong way. But since this is a sock toe, it's whatever.
Who cares? It's in your
It's-
shoe.
yeah.
But I wanted the hat to look nice because
Yes.
it's satisfying when I like the column being
Yeah.
like slightly raised. So like the first 2 were facing the wrong way. So the rest of them were fine. And did I stop earlier on? No. I just kept going.
One of the ways that I remember is that knit two together leans to the right, which means the stitch on the left eats up
Okay.
the stitch on the right. And
Mhm.
slip slip knit, the stitch on the right leans
Yeah.
to the left and eats up the stitch on the left. So if you want that raised column,
Mhm.
it's to the right first and then to the left first. If you're watching me, I'm sorry, it's like
The opposite.
Right.
that way.
Okay.
But I think of it as which stitch is eating up what.
Yes.
And sometimes it's a good idea, and sometimes I recommend it because it's very easy to get confused. I always get confused too, where you do it and then you look at it and be like, okay, which stitch is eating up what?
Yeah. Because sometimes even after I do it, I'm like,
You're like,
is
wait,
this
what?
facing the right way? Like,
Anytime you're doing like raglan decreases too, I'm always like, oh, wait, which one comes first?
Which one comes first? And I do it and then
And
look
you're
at
like,
it.
because both are acceptable.
Mm-hmm. It
it's
just
just a
gives a
question of
different
the
look.
look.
Yeah.
And once you start, be consistent.
Yes.
That's the other thing. You can be
Yes.
consistent.
As long as
I've
you're
just done so many sock toes that
Mhm.
it's just like I don't think about it
Yeah.
Mhm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think, and that makes me think harder.
I know, and then you're like, wait, what was I doing?
Right.
What do you,
So
do you have any whips?
That's my whip besides the sock.
So my whip is also related to another new in store. It's what I was working on earlier. It is a crochet kit from Hawthorne Handmade rather. So among the other many things that we got over there, Amanda found these really fun cross stitch
I love
and
cross
embroidery kits. Yes, at H&H last month in Chicago. So fun. Look at that. So we got
I
some
love
of the black
the
background.
black work.
We got some.
I guess it's not technically black work.
My favorite are the ones that are tonal. So the fabric is a
Yes.
light, and then the thread is a darker shades. of
Mhm.
I love
Very
these
satisfying.
ferns. These are
They're so fun.
my color.
And then
And
there's
I was so
phrases.
glad you picked this one, Amanda. It's so fun with all
Yes.
the autumn trees.
Oh yeah.
And one of them, the box was really crushed, and I'm like, no one's going to buy that. So
No, that means
A
you need to
sample.
do it.
it's another store sample.
It's a sample.
So that
But I
is-
get to work on.
that
always
is what
need samples.
I am working on. So, and actually, usually, Haley, I'm always helping you with things, but Haley
What
helped
took
me
in were those
yesterday.
cross stitch over there.
Mhm.
The A Stitch in Time and Born to
Yes.
Craft,
Yes.
Same.
right? Which are like
The phrases.
I love
I love it.
They're so fun.
Craft.
But this, I just started this last night, and I love it. I do feel this particular one is very sort of linear.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's, I will
It's
use.
almost like an
That's the
eight-bit
kind of
style.
counted cross stitch that I could do because Yeah.
Yeah, it's big areas of single colors, and when you
Exactly.
skip, you're only skipping 2 stitches. So
That's the
but
thing.
it's still
And the
not
thing is,
good to
filling
do
in
during
the
the
stitches
holidays.
afterwards are super
It's
easy. You don't actually have to count so
satisfying,
much.
Exactly. You just
I
need
love
to
that
know
part.
like whether there's a couple of different colors
Yeah.
in there, so
Yeah.
you just have to pay attention to which color you're doing where.
I love the freehand embroidery ones because it's
Yeah.
it's like tracing. You follow the lines.
Yes,
Basically, yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
very fun.
That's exactly that.
Very fun too. So
I love the stitch in time though. That's so cute. The designs are adorable.
Boom,
Yeah.
it's a craft.
How much are these kits?
these are 30. So
Okay.
30 each,
No,
and they come with
they come
everything,
upside down.
including the hoop.
I love it.
A nice
They-
It
wooden
says tea and biscuits are optional on the back, but I
Oh.
mean you can tell they're British. Love
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, designed
Aw.
and made in Britain. With
But
lots
they
of
have-
crafty love.
Everything
So
except
cute.
for scissors
Tea and biscuits
and
optional.
your tea and biscuits.
Yeah.
But like these are so cute, and these are also like great gifts.
And
you know,
the other
the
thing
little-
I really loved about the way these kits were done is that your threads, your
Oh, my
floss is already
heart.
separated for you.
They were already separated.
Numbered with the color numbers. The chart has the color numbers on it.
And I
You
saw
know the way
the chart
sometimes
was
it's
big.
the chart is huge. That's the other thing. So
I love that.
so
you
if
don't
you're not
go
a
blind.
20-something who has really supervision,
Well, I have
Look at the size of this.
whatever. But yeah, look at the size of that chart. It is
that's perfect.
gigantic.
Yeah, that's
And you
so
could totally use like one of those coconuts row
Yeah.
Yes,
keepers on that,
Yeah.
so you
Oh, that
know
would be
where you
perfect.
are.
that's what I should do instead of I was gonna do the
or the.
highlighter tape. Either
I
one.
was gonna say the highlighter tape is great too, especially.
Oh
if
yeah,
on the
and
go.
it comes in black and white or in the colors
Oh,
to match your
nice.
thing. So many really thoughtful details. in
That
this,
is
I feel
such a thought. So this is Hawthorne Handmade.
Yeah.
They will be on the website by the time you're watching this. But if it's not or you're unsure, call the store.
Call, email us.
You'll talk to
help
one
you
of
out.
us, probably Kathleen. Or Seisha.
Or Seisha. Or Vivian if
Or
it's on the
Vivian.
weekend. Or Emma.
Amanda.
Probably not me. Although I think I'm all alone on Sunday. So if you call on Sunday, lady.
And actually, we can talk more about it, but I did talk with Emma about schedule. We got a lot of our open days covered.
Great.
So we are good.
All right. More whips.
Yes.
More whips.
I have one.
13 minutes.
Okay. This is I'm still working on because I got
Oh, you're-
distracted
No,
by other things.
I've covered
Oh.
I'm almost at the. I'm like I
Yay.
keep trying it on and being like I'm almost done.
Oh.
I'm almost done. I'm
And
almost
if
done.
if you need any more yarn, don't open another skein. I found mine.
Oh, I think
So
I'm
you're
pretty good with
you're
yarn
probably
because I want it-
fine.
I want
I
it
know,
slightly
but I'm
cropped.
just saying, you don't need to break into another. I couldn't find it when I was last telling you that, but
Oh,
it is
gotcha.
it is on my dining room table. It has been identified.
This is the Anker tee. It's in Juniper Moon Farm damask linen,
Which is
speaking of
really a
twisted
nice
rib.
comfy yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this is twisted rib up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All this is twisted rib.
Well, with your modification, right? That was
with
your
my modification of
yeah.
adding, I added short rows underneath the ribs. And I may have actually put notes on this unraveling. We'll see.
J-Bo
It's-
on Ravelry.
It's a mystery to even.
Actually, that's what we should do. We should just put our Ravelry names
Yeah.
under each episode too. That way, if we do say,
Oh,
You
yeah.
can go
there.
look and see my voice to text typing that
I'll
I
just
don't.
peanut
correct.
butter, knit two together.
I know, close enough. Phone.
You know,
My phone
peanut
is
butter
crazy.
means
So
knit two
let's
together.
just say, speaking of haunted, it's totally like my autocorrect is haunted. So I think I have maybe like half an inch more to go. I keep checking
That's super nothing.
It's super nothing.
And
well,
then what about sleeves? Oh, you've done
sleeves?
the
I'm not-
sleeves.
I
You're
did.
done.
I did one side of the sleeves because I
Okay,
needed to demo
cool.
it for.
the class.
I am just picking up and I'm going straight into rib.
Nice.
Nice.
So I will be done with this. I know I keep stopping and measuring and be like, am I done yet? Am I done yet? Am I done yet? Am I done yet?
That's
The answer is no, I'm not.
Progress keepers.
And I have one more. I don't think this counts. The real problem is because I keep getting distracted by spinning.
Ah, nice.
Oh my.
So I'm going through some of my stash, and this is technically a whip because I haven't wound it into a skein and I haven't finished it. And I
So
am
pretty.
combining a couple of different colors, and you can tell this is fresh off because
Oh yeah.
It's twisting like
it's
crazy.
twisting. So
Wow.
I just brought a couple
Nice.
of these. And then I was trying to decide like
That's so fun. I'm so
some-
glad because we always
I
say
think
sometimes
it's
spinning,
cool.
so we
Yeah.
actually have
Sometimes
here are
spinning.
some of the sometimes spinning.
We don't lie.
We don't lie. I mean, sometimes we fudge.
Fudging is our middle name.
So I'm taking two different colorways of some of my stash and spinning them, sometimes held together, kind of drafted together,
Here, let me
sometimes.
bring them up close.
Do you have a go-to project for hand
I do not, but I was
Okay, I'll take
thinking
these two.
about, you take this too,
Or
because
I
I got one underneath, but I think it's the same as the purple one.
Yay.
I was thinking I might do, for my favorites, I might do a granny square, a granny stripe blanket,
Oh man.
right? Out of some of the
That would be.
colorways.
Oh my
Okay,
god, that's
like
heirloom.
I know, right? It would be chunky monkey. But some of these are chunkier spins. I grabbed two
Yeah, this
chunkier
one's
ones.
sort of thick thinny.
Yeah, that one is definitely thick thinny. This one is a little bit more consistent. It's hard to tell until they're finished because they will puff up and the twist will settle.
The back.
Yes, exactly, the bath. And I have some that are thinner, but there are some colorways where I'm not in love with, but I think they're pretty. So, and I was really.
And it's hardwired, so it's not like the battery's going or anything. It's
No,
definitely.
it's definitely like, or they're like hitting the wires or something.
Mm.
All right, now that the fire alarms are done going off,
No.
what I might do is some of the colorways that are not my favorite, maybe I'll wind up and just paint some sell.
There you go.
Oh.
Yikes.
I don't know if the universe is telling me that's a good thing or not a good thing with
It's
the
cheering,
fire
it's
alarm going
cheering.
off. It's cheering. It's saying, "Yay, do it, do it."
Yes.
Because I have a ton of hand spun, some of which I don't know that I'll use. So let me know if you think let me know if you think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Kevin's like, "Yes, do it."
Go for it. Go for it. All the crafty things.
Then I get to look at it all the time.
I know.
I have two whips to talk about.
All right.
Okay, one is a bit of a tease. It's the other thing I've worked on my trip, because I was trying it out. You have the fingering of Muse art.
I
Right?
do.
Wow.
Yes.
You have a sample of.
Or Seisha did actually.
Seisha did.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Yeah.
Mouse
Sorry, the
down.
mouse.
Muse art.
Down.
Do.
Muse art is a new brand that we're carrying. They're Eri Silk, E-R-I. Silk, which is not as shiny as like
Yeah, it's nice
the-
and matte. It's
the what do you call it? Like mulberry silk.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice and matte, and we have the fingering weight in 10 colors, 11 colors, some number of
it's about
those
10.
many colors, and it's all plant dyed. So
10.
beautiful
In the
plant
basket.
dyed colors.
That's really
They
cool.
all
I didn't
sort of-
remember that.
They
big
all
plant
sort of go.
dyed.
They all
The
sort of go
gray
together.
and oh,
Yeah.
dark line.
Um,
I should say.
There's, I'll talk more about this company another time because it's like they're doing some really cool stuff. They're a startup. I'm offending tour startups. Yeah, and yeah, they're doing some really cool things, engaging women in India, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, and Meghalaya, India. But anyway, they also have a bulky silk, which I have never seen in my life.
Never seen.
Never
no,
seen
when
it.
I
I've never
saw
seen
that in the
this.
box, I was like, whoa.
It's I think a 3-ply. Yes, it's
Whoa.
it's a 3-ply, and I was like, I saw this at H&H, and I was like, I gotta try this out before we bring it in, just to see like what it's like, because I mean, we bring things in that we love because we think that's what you guys will like too. If we like it, then you'll probably like it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, I gotta try this out first.
Yeah.
This one,
Let's
curiosity.
see.
so I'd started making Jen Weissman's, who's a local designer. I started making her 2 Tendrils cowl,
Oh,
and it's
Wow.
so pretty.
it's really nice.
Feel that.
It,
That is why. I've never seen silk.
That is-
that
Isn't
way.
that crazy?
matte, but it
100%.
has this
It has
glow.
this sheen. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not shiny, but it's got a little bit of a glow.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I love the feel. It is like you were saying before. It's got that dry feeling kind
Yeah.
of.
Right.
It feels like it.
yeah.
never
Knitting with it, it felt a lot like knitting
Wow.
with Spud and Chloe's sweater, which is a wool cotton 50-50 blend. So it
That's
has
so
it's not
pretty.
It has a little give. It has some give,
yeah.
but it's not.
And
really
if
the on the
starchy.
porch blanket sample. last episode was made out of.
Right.
Also.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you've seen that in
This pattern is so beautiful too.
It's really nice.
She does.
Yeah.
Everything
So I
she
got
does
3
is gorgeous.
skeins just to try this pattern. I'm going to try it out. And maybe we can
Nice.
do kits for the fall.
Yes.
That'd be really
That's a
fun.
great
This
idea.
is lovely.
Right? And I also thought it would be really great for people who wanted to work with natural fibers but not wool.
Yeah.
Yes, which we
Oh,
do
yeah.
have
Right?
a fair number of requests for.
I've never seen something
And
like
a
this before.
heavier
It's so
weight.
cool.
And it really is like it. I feel like it has like an internal glow.
It's
Yeah.
100% silk.
100% silk.
It's
Isn't that
amazing.
craziness?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And actually, Haley,
It's
maybe
really
you want to
beautiful.
take this up and
Sure.
show it up close. So, Seisha and I were looking at this, figuring out where to put it on the
It's
shelves
so
and everything, and she was like, "Oh, would you want a sample in that?" And I said, "Of course, of course."
Yes, please.
So she is making the soul by Jacqueline Cieslak
Yes,
in that,
love
which
it.
is going to be so pretty. You want to show the colors first, and then you can show the
And
close
this,
up.
so this
here's
is also the Muse art, and it is what's the fiber?
100%
silk.
airy silk.
So it's beautiful, beautiful.
And the other thing, it's
Draping.
so well priced. These are $24
Nice.
per 400 something yards.
that is insane.
I know.
Yeah.
So these are our
So
colors.
good.
So there's your colors.
That would
Highlights.
make such a gorgeous.
And just look at what the
Soul.
definition is on that lace. It's so pretty.
Look at this and the
Can you
drape
imagine a
it has.
shawl out of that? Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, it's great. It's a great price. It's a great fiber. They're a great company. I'm like super excited.
Love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
So
Look at
I'm
that.
enjoying this. This took me like 2 hours driving. Well, maybe more like 2.5 because I started on the drive. We went from Charlotte to Asheville, and I started on that
Oh,
drive.
fun.
But then the sun set after about 30 minutes,
Oh.
so I basically got the beginning done.
And then you're like,
and
no, I
the-
can't sing.
And the setup for all the
Oh, yeah.
sections, right? Which takes
Mhm.
some time to like place your stitch markers and like
Yeah.
actually read the
Mhm.
pattern and do the setup rows. And then I did the rest on the drive back from Asheville, Charlotte.
Nice.
What did you go to in Asheville?
We just hung out. It was fun.
Asheville is
Mhm.
lovely.
Yeah,
I
Went
love.
shopping. I got some clothes.
I love Asheville.
Ate a lot
It's
of food.
beautiful.
Yes.
We used to go there
Mountain.
fairly often
Yep.
because Jean's dad lived there for
Yeah,
us.
actually, yeah, my grandmother lived near there as well. She lived not far from Brevard in
Hendersonville?
Tryon. Yeah, right by Hendersonville.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
went to summer camp in Brevard, the music festival there.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I remember Hendersonville.
Beautiful area.
Zacky's. I miss Zacky's. Did you guys ever go to Zacky's?
No.
It's a very it's like North Carolina,
A region.
Georgia chain.
Oh.
Zaxby's.
Oh, excuse me,
Zaxby's chicken.
Right.
Oh
They
yeah,
have
no, I've been to
chicken,
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's.
They have
chicken
fried
and mushrooms, which were so good. That was
We thought about
we
getting
leave
dinner
the
there.
airport and we'd stop and always have to get that before we went on to see everybody.
I needed Waffle House because we don't have Waffle House. Up
We don't
here.
have Waffle House, and I
And
know
love Waffle House.
the closest Waffle House. Clearly, it doesn't like me. The nearest Waffle House is about 2 hours away, and it's in Maryland.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Because I've looked.
I went to Waffle House for dinner.
I love Waffle House.
All
right,
right, I have
it's
one
not a
more.
Waffle
The only
House.
other thing
Yeah,
I have to
it's
talk
a
about,
Waffle
but I have to start a call in a minute, so
True.
I've got to do that.
Talk fast.
So I'm going to let Kathleen talk about our crochet along
Mhm.
hooked on Grannies, right? But I finished my Paula square. Obviously, I finished my sock instead of weaving in ends. But I will weave in ends probably this week.
That's so
But I
pretty.
finished the Paula
So
square.
pretty.
Yay!
Yay.
And so we figured out on our Wednesday knit night, we figured out the date of the next one, which is going to be August 14th.
All right.
Excellent.
So
That is
that's
a Sunday.
in person
Sunday.
as well as
In person as well as on Zoom.
Mhm.
If you do not write that down now, do not worry. It will be in the newsletter.
That's right.
That's right.
So long as Kathleen reminds me.
I'm writing it down right now. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
this is my Paula Square version 1. This is my
Pretty.
Paula Square, the middle of it, version 2.
So cute.
I
And
still
this would
need
probably
to do
take
my
me an
number 2.
evening to finish.
I love how like
Because-
floral butterfly.
Yeah.
It looks like.
I thought when I was doing this would be a really cute jean patch, like a patch to go on your jeans.
So cute.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If I always think I'm gonna make a keychain for my friend who loves Care Bears out of embroidery.
Oh
cloths.
yeah.
So if you did it so you don't have to like use yarn.
Oh,
you can
not in
use
DK, yeah.
To make it a much
Oh my gosh.
tinier, and then it would actually be like patch width too. Like
Yeah.
So you
thickness.
could do like fingering or embroidery floss. Would
Yeah.
be
Mhm.
so cute.
So these are my hooked on
That
grannies.
is
Yay.
I love
And what
how
is,
different they look in different colors.
Do you know what the pattern is for August? Do you happen to remember?
I forget.
But it's on
It's
our
on
Ravelry
the
thread.
It's on our Ravelry
And I think
thread.
And I think you did put it in the
that I
newsletter.
have in
I
the
think
newsletter.
And it's
yeah.
in the invitation, like the link to the calendar for both the live and the Zoom is right down below.
Yeah.
And in that link is where we're doing next.
Excellent.
So jump in any time. Actually,
Yeah.
you want to
This
hand
is a
me
great-
mine?
We've only
Cal.
done 2 so far.
We've done
Let's
2, and we're both doing 2 squares per month,
And it's-
per pattern. Amanda's varying the colors within
Yep.
her palette for both. I'm doing,
I'm doing my colors in the
This
same
is-
order though. I just start at a different
just
place.
started at a different
You're
point.
rotating through.
and
love
I'm
that
I'm
idea.
making like just 2 identical because
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many I'm going to do, but I am loving it so far. I really am having so much
They're
fun with
really
it.
cute.
It's so happy, and it's not for me. It's for my mom. So
It's a
it's
bright,
fun to
sunny-
use different colors.
Yeah.
Actually,
Such a
so
it's
I never
like-
really thought about that. You know,
It is kind
like-
of amazing to see
different.
how different they look, even though they're
pattern.
the
Mhm.
same pattern.
Yeah.
And you can really vary things by color.
yeah.
I think I'm using a smaller hook than you are.
Yeah.
I used the hook that I had in my house.
I forget. And
But
I
you know
love,
what? That's the other thing
A
is
G,
that
I
you can
think.
really vary. I mean,
That's a G, you said.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It
I'm
varies
a loose
according-
crocheter, just like I'm a loose knitter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
I
a
am.
G as well.
That
And
is a G, 'cause
actually-
I have the same hook.
I
and this is a
those are the
pin.
new.
we need
the
to
new
get
prim
more of
hooks.
those. The G's are gone. The G's sold out.
The
'cause-
G's are gone.
All right,
G
I gotta
forgot.
go.
G is forgotten.
Have a good call. We'll see you later.
Yes. So
What else is there?
So that was most everything I had on our list. Though we have not talked about our new prize drawing.
Oh yeah.
And-
What's our new prize drawing going to be?
So I think we should give away one of the kits.
All the
So,
embroidery?
We
Or-
could do either embroidery or one of the rattles.
Your
Like if
choice.
you have a
Yes.
baby gift you
Yeah.
would like to give, these are so super cute.
yeah.
So and these also are not on the website as we record, but Amanda will get them up before the
You'll
podcast
see
goes
them.
live.
You'll see.
So yeah, so what I was thinking, I don't know, just I've been doing more prep lately.
I know. Look at
This is
Kathleen.
like-
I appreciate that Kathleen has been doing more prep because
Well, you know,
I have
it's funny.
done none.
But also I feel like also our thing on the newsletter have shifted. Like I used to put ideas for the newsletter in Trello, and I haven't been doing that. And you've been doing great newsletters.
Well,
so it's
thank
like,
you. I do appreciate also when you put ideas in Trello because otherwise I'm like,
when
oh crap.
What do I need to? What am I going to write
It's
about this?
Sunday at 5 p.m. and I've got one glass of wine in, so God only knows what you're gonna get.
But well, now actually these are good ideas. We can throw those.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
we can- But one thing I was thinking, like, and you know, we love to ask questions. We love to hear what people say.
Yeah.
The thing I was thinking last night for some reason as I was working this is, what whip are you most looking forward to finishing?
That is such a good question.
So like, what are people working on? Like, what,
I'm looking
is it?
forward to finishing this sucker.
Yeah.
But what are you looking? Is it
Is it-
crochet? Is it knit? Is it?
And is it something
Something
that's
else?
been hibernating, or is it something that you're
That you're
actively working on? That you're,
Yeah.
because like yesterday for me it was this, and I did finish it. So
Yeah,
now I
that's
don't.
also the answer will change depending
Yeah,
on what
exactly.
time you
Depending on when you
see
answer it.
Yeah.
That's
So
so true.
so that's the question, and then the prize is going to be either your choice of
A crochet kit
A
crochet kit,
little crochet bead?
or an embroidery or cross
embroidery
stitch.
or cross stitch.
that we just
Yeah.
showed.
Yeah.
Yay!
So I think that's really fun, and I
love that.
love the pick your own too. I'm
I
always
do
a fan
love
of
the pick your own.
I'm a pick your
Because
own fan.
sometimes, like, if you're, I mean, not that I win a lot of giveaways, but like, if you're winning a giveaway and you're like, oh, that's awesome, I won, but you're like, oh, I don't
It's
crochet,
something I wouldn't-
And that's why I
you
I
know.
wind up not entering a lot of giveaways because I know I wouldn't
Yeah.
use whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
So I try to it's like leave it for the people who would
I like
leave the
options.
chance for. I do like options, but also if you're just really not going to use it, then let somebody else have the chances.
But also, we really appreciate all of your guys' comments. We
It's
read
fun.
everything.
It's fun to read, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Also,
did you see? Somebody asked about the colors you showed on the gory worsted, but I zoomed in and I figured it out, and that
I
was so
missed
helpful.
it.
Thank you for giving the timestamp, because that
Yes.
made it very easy for me to
Yes.
answer the question.
Especially because I will pick things up. It was High Garden and right.
It was the blues. It was
I
Winterfell,
love those
Amej, Hagalia,
Hagalia,
Seabless,
Hagalia.
and Smoke. the lighter
Yeah, that was pretty.
gray. So
It was a good combo.
it was very
Good
pretty.
eye. Good
Mhm,
eye. Let us know if you're going to do something with it.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with it?
Also,
Because then I might copy you.
I know. Yeah. Did you have a thought?
I didn't. You know, sometimes with like those colorways, like I feel like it's so pretty in the skein, and then I have to think about like, why is it so pretty in the skein? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is it the balance? Is it an equal balance? Is it something like, should it turn into something like Stripes by Andrea Mowry, where it's like
Yes.
they're equal balance, or is this like a colorway that would work better with, you know, like a little pop of something like Kathleen Square has little pops of yellow and like, so not an equal balance. So
Yeah,
would that
yeah.
translate to color work? I feel like
It's
there's a
not
lot of
like-
thoughts about that.
I forget if it was while we were talking, recording, or if it was a comment, but there was a mention of like a mountain range.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The
The
tin can knits.
the
Yeah.
tin can knits.
I forget what that one's called, but it
I
looks
think
like
that's
mountains.
perfect.
I do
It
think.
is.
I think Amanda
It's
said it
something that
when we were
that's
filming last time.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be one because that has a lot of balance.
Yeah.
Like each of the color
Like
work
natural,
stripes
yeah.
are
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and it's that tonal.
And then you'd have enough left for hat, I'm sure, because you'd mainly
Yeah.
using the body color.
Oh, that would be great.
That would
Maybe
be
I'll
really
do
fun.
that. I also need to think about what our fall sweater class is going to
Yes,
be because
yes.
that's coming up. And in the meantime, we have a colorwork sweater class.
Design your own.
Design your own using tin can knits, which is
Oh.
fantastic.
The strange
The Strange Brew with Evelyn, and I think that's going to be a really, really great class. That's going to start in August, so you should be, you know, you'll actually be able to finish it, you know, when
to wear it
to
for
wear
most
it.
of the winter. Yeah.
So I got to think about what my fall sweater class is going to be.
Very
And I
true.
think Stacia was thinking about what her fall sweater class is going to be.
And then if we want to do a Rhinebeck sweater,
And if we
Oh,
want to
yeah.
do a Rhinebeck sweater.
which
so
actually,
many options.
That could
So
be
many
a
things to
secondary
think about.
question. What
So
are you
many
doing for
options.
your Rhinebeck sweater?
yeah.
I know. Maybe that's next week.
Maybe that's next
Start
time.
thinking about that. Maybe that's next
Yeah,
week's
I like that as next time. I
Okay.
will make a note.
Do we have anything else?
I think that's really it.
All right. Well,
I
thank
think
you
it
guys
is.
for joining us. We really
And
appreciate
thank you for 2K subscribers.
That's right. We did hit 2K.
We hit you. Way to bury the lead.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Thank you guys for subscribing. I was going to say like and subscribe down below, but a lot of y'all have already done it. But you can always click the alarm bell if you're not getting notifications. I had to walk my mom through that. She
And
also
thanks
doesn't
for
check her
watching.
notifications.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Thanks
Great.
for commenting. And you can follow us online. Shop Yarnia. ShopYarnia.com is our website. And you can sign up for the newsletters. You scroll down any page, enter your email. We send it out once a week. You can see how punchy I am on a Sunday. There we go. And also Instagram, we're Shop Yarnia. Facebook, we're Shop Yarnia.
Yep.
And if you ever have any questions, you can always shoot us an email, leave a comment below.
Yep. Shoot us an email, hello@shopyarnia.com.
No.
And yeah, so that's it. So have a great couple of weeks. We will be back again with you, and happy knitting, crocheting, spinning, embroidering,
Spinning.
whatever you're
Have
doing.
a good time.
All right.
Exactly.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.